Hey guys, my name is TheTCGLover, and today I have come onto GalacticGod's channel to convince you as a subscriber of GalacticGod to come onto my channel and subscribe to me too. And I thought that I would hash back to the previous time that I actually put a video onto GalacticGod's channel. If you go onto his channel and you quickly look it up, you can find the DN versus YGOPro video. Fortunately, he did edit a few things to make it better, which is great of him to do so. But definitely check that video out because a lot of the points I made in that video, even though it was quite a while ago now, a lot of the points are still really relevant. And the main point I want to talk about is, I'm not saying that you are a new player, but I'm saying that if you were a new player, which you were at some point, dueling online can be quite an experience, and it's not a good one either. Dueling Network and YGOPro are very, very different in how they work, but the fact is that the main two key points that I feel are important when it comes to playing online is that if it's authentic and that it's easy to play, the learning curve is quick, okay? Because you're not going to want to play, you don't want to play online if it's difficult, okay? It's supposed to be easy. Obviously, playing in real life is much more fun to do, and you can actually talk to your friends, become social, experience the game and enjoy the game with people, talk about card interactions and talk about strategies and stuff like that. You can't do that online, but what you can do online is test for consistency, and that's what I do, okay? Obviously you can also play the best decks if you can't afford them as well. I use it for consistency, okay? And the fact is that I don't see an incentive to Dueling Network anymore. I mean, the only reason I use it is so that I can watch the high-ranking players, and the fact is that even then I've stopped doing it because all they play is Dragon Rollers and Spellbooks. And obviously when the format changes in September, if it does, then Dueling Network will still be a great tool for spectating games. But in terms of playing on Dueling Network, I do not see any reason to do that whatsoever. YGOPro in every single way is better. One thing you want to do when you test for consistency is not to waste weeks. If you're testing your deck to see how it works and how good it is and stuff and preparing it for the best decks, then you don't want to spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes per game on Dueling Network, just slowly going through the game. It takes way too long, and you do not need to do that. I mean, the fact is that YGOPro is so quick because it's automated, okay? You just do it, activate the card, does the stuff, It's like, and there's no ruling problems. All of them just do what they do, and then you learn as you're playing, makes sense, the rulings. But that's the problem. Dueling Network does not do that. Dueling Network requires you to have to be somewhat competent with the game, and it's not really fair on new players to have to play a game against someone else, and then when you make a mistake, and it's maybe even if it's irreversible problem, then suddenly your opponent starts calling you a noob and starts swearing at you and everything, and then gets the judge, and then the judge has to give you a game loss or kick you off the game, and then you risk yourself getting banned just because you're a bad player. And it's like, you don't need to go through that. If you just test with YGOPro, then you can eliminate every single problem, and you can actually play a game in roughly about 5 to 10 minutes if you're quick enough. And that means that in an hour you can get 6 games. You can test your consistency of your deck 6 times. In 3 hours, 18 times. In a day you can do it 50 times if you wanted to at most. You can't do that on Dueling Network. You can't play 50 games properly. You can't test your deck 50 times on Dueling Network, and that is the problem. I just don't see the point. I mean, it's like survival of the fittest. I mean, if you have two different things and they both do the same thing, yet one of them is ultimately better in every single way, then why does this thing exist anymore? Is this going to be scrapped off and thrown away? People are going to stop wanting to use it, and that's it. This one's going to triumph as the better one, and that's that. But the fact is that Dueling Network is still played by 5,000 people every day, and I don't get it. I mean, people are just so reluctant to download a client and just play the game like that. It's so much better, and it's like you're going to be overall a better player if you play on YGOPro, okay? People play matches on YGOPro more often. People are nicer, you play against people in your area, so it's like, what's the problem? There is no point. Why would you not want to do that? Thanks to GalacticGod for letting me make a video on his channel. Definitely come to my channel and immerse yourself in the videos, and definitely comment on my videos because I love input. I love people, conversations and discussions about stuff. Yeah, definitely. If you could come onto my videos and tell me what else I could do. Even though I've got tons of videos to make, it's up to you. The channel is what you make of it. So yeah, thanks for GalacticGod putting me on his channel, and I will see you guys there.